Bueno, un placer estar hablando con usted, Fernando.
Placer, placer.
Un director con tanta trayectoria, ¿no? Y ahora está dirigiendo la mayor parte de los capítulos de Sugar, esta serie protagonizada por Colin Farrell. Terminé ayer de verla, me la vi completa, terminé muy sorprendido.
Yeah, claro.
Pero cuénteme un poco, quién es John Sugar? ¿Cómo ve usted el personaje de John Sugar?
Yeah. Well, when I read the script, I have to say I was much more interested in answering this question you just posed. I mean, who's John Sugar? I think this is more interesting than where is Olivia, you know? The show is really about understanding who this guy is, and then we reveal who he is, and then next season we'll see what he's going to do. But what intrigued me and what attracted me to the story was really the character. Who's this guy? I mean, yeah, why he's so different, why he's so elegant, he's such a good guy. I mean, we're not used to that, right? Especially in film noir. All the film noirs, all the characters are cynical, right? They don't give a shit to anything, they don't care. And Sugar is the opposite, and so I was intrigued.
So obviously, because we haven't said before, but John Sugar es un detective privado, ¿no? Es un
Sí.
PI, un private investigator.
Sí.
Todo ocurre en LA, en Los Ángeles, que para mí es muy importante porque la ciudad es como parte fundamental de la historia, es como un personaje más, ¿verdad?
And I used a lot of angles taken from those films noir that I've watched, you know. So the iconic Los Angeles there, but at the same time, I had a lot of homeless. In Los Angeles, there are 75,000 homeless people. Mm-hmm. And my apartment was in downtown, so I would walk, I mean, every day with lots of crazy people and homeless around me. And so in the series, we see sometimes those tents in the middle of the streets, but this wasn't the script. This was my experience that I took to the series.
Also, it's very interesting how you place the camera, right? And how it's non-traditional at all. All the angles. What were you trained to encompass with that?
Yeah, actually, I shot the series with 3 cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Usually what I was doing is with 2 cameras, I was really shooting the story, the dialogues, and trying to tell the story. And there was always a third camera that was held by my DP, Cesar Shaloni. And he was always looking for different angles and trying to find the angles that is used in film noir, like low angles or different perspectives. So for every scene, I have the usual stuff and a crazy point of view. And then in the cutting room, we balanced a bit of that. And I think it works because it has a freshness. I watched the series and it has a freshness in the way the story's told.
Yeah, it definitely creates a very different visual style, I would say, right? It has its own character, the series. And also you introduce segments, pieces of old movies. Many of them, any like film connoisseur will recognize, right? Most of them, they are famous old movies.
Yeah.
Most of them for the Hollywood's golden age.
Uh-huh.
Why you guys wanted to include so much food? Because it's not a couple of times. It's regularly. It's part of the narrative.
It is. I mean, this was not in the script, but yeah. But for me, the films was what was in Sugar's mind. You know, when he's doing something, the action reminds him of a film that he's seen. Sugar is a guy who learned about humankind, about the planet Earth, watching films, like an anthropologist that wants to study like a tribe in the Amazon, like in Brazil. He will get what they eat, how they live, and what they dress. And And Sugar was studying in his planet. He was this was for me was studying our planet and using film as his main source to understand humans. So when he's in action in Los Angeles, he remembers the scenes that he's seen. So for me, what we see, the black and white, is inside his mind. I don't know if it works, but that was the idea. It wasn't in the script, but we added in the cutting room. Everybody liked it, so we kept it.
And the series is 8 episodes, more or less 40 minutes per episode. And you directed, I understand, 5 out of the 8?
Yeah, I was invited to direct the first one, then the first and the second, and little by little I got involved. So in
How
the end,
does it work when one series like this have different directors? Is it difficult to kind of have a consistent style all through the show, or I'm always, because it's something that has been done in the last years with all the streaming platforms, and I remember, for example, in The Mandalorian, the Star Wars ones, right? Every episode is directed by someone different. So how first, what would each director bring to a project when you work with different directors in one show? And at the same time, if it is difficult to maintain, to not have one episode that looks completely different to the rest because it's been directed by someone else.
Yeah, well, in the American system, what you have is that you have the director, you have the showrunner who created the show and sometimes writes the story, and then you have the director who directs the whole show. So I was the director of Sugar, and so even the episodes that I didn't direct, I get paid for it, because as the main director is the main director who decides the cast, the locations, everything, the cars and everything. So before I start shooting, I spend like 2.5 months working every day to put up the finds. All the production and wardrobe, costumes and all that. And then the director for the episodes, the director that comes, it's all everything is chosen. He will shoot his episode, but in the location already chosen. And of course, there's always 1 or 2 places that he needs to find, but the cast is already there, the locations, everything is set. So he comes to the project like 15 days before start shooting. It's a shorter period of time, and he needs to follow the direction. So yeah. Adam, I worked with Adam, which did a big, beautiful work. But he just came in, he directed his episodes, and he left.
Makes sense. Who picked the blue Corvette?
Well, yeah, we had a lot of different possibilities. We went a special car, and then we were showed this blue Corvette, and it was so beautiful that we decided, everybody, immediately we loved it, and we decided to bring it. And it's like a character in the film, right? Him and this Corvette, really, and the dog.
It's interesting because sometimes you feel that he needs to be hidden, right? Or that he's escaping, or that he doesn't want to be seen, but he's driving this Corvette that if you see that Corvette in LA, you would say, oh, there he goes.
Yeah. He should use a gray car, but it's so beautiful. You can't help not using it.
Okay. Well, I think you said it at the beginning, but is the second season confirmed already?
No, I have no idea. We're just releasing this one. Yeah, I think they wait. This is for all platforms. They wait to see how it performs, and then decide if it's going to move on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know some people involved would like to, but I think it needs to at least 3-4 months to see how it performs.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you very much.